Okay, so I just discovered, well, it was 2 days ago, that it turns out there are actually super advanced strats from 2019 that are buried on an archive.org page from a certain person, right? I don't want to ruin the mystery, but essentially there's a lot of optimizations that I need to go over, and yes, I learned all of them. Most of them are not too hard. A lot of them are like duh moments, like I can't believe I didn't think of this. So consider this like the super advanced tutorial. Really, you only should be watching this if like you care about the record, because all this stuff, frankly, doesn't matter to the average player. But if you want to be the next, if you want to pick up on some stuff, I will show it off. I'm not going to do what I did in the last video, where I went through the whole run. I'm going to do it like sort of segmented, because a lot of it is still the same. There's just minor optimizations. So the first thing we're going to go over is the apartments. This is like the first sort of part where things start to, there's a lot of optimizations. So one essential thing that we're going to have to go over is, I'm just going to label it super gamer strats, and it has to do with the camera switch or the search menu. Now, without getting too technical about it, I'll just try to explain it very like, whatever. I hardly understand it fully, to be honest with you, but essentially, you know how there's random angles sometimes, like you walk through a door, certain doors, and you hold up and you'll be sent a different direction, right? Well, if you hold search view before entering a door, that angle changes to something that's more favorable, and this is usable in certain rooms. So essentially, one of the main new tech is you hold search view and you go through a door. On certain doors, I will highlight the doors that it's important. This one, you can if you want to, it doesn't really matter, right? So all this is essentially the same. What you want to do here, hold search view, hold search view. Notice how the camera shifts, right? Normally that does not happen. Normally the camera will soar directly past James. That is new, right? So hold search view during those stairs. It'll be more relevant later. Here, this is all the same. Essentially, just try to be optimal. Hold search view. Try to get the best possible door right there. Flick your light like this, like on and off, right? This is unfortunately the only run that exists from this guy is from normal mode. That is up, so he does that. I don't know if that light flicker thing is effective with beginner, but whatever. So all this is the same. But like flicking the light on and off, I think is super effective for normal diff runs. I haven't been able to test it though like that on enemies. That's one of the things he does. And I'll link his run in the description so you can look at it for yourself, because I think more people need to be aware that this run exists. Also, that was poor. Don't do what I just did. So here's optimization number 2. So let's say we did this the old way, where you sort of walk into this room and you hug the wall, you try to grab it, and then you walk out. Right? Notice how this camera angle is dog shit for the... Wait a minute. Am I on a new wave? Did I just discover an optimization unrelated to the video? Hold on, watch this. No, I didn't, because that doesn't work. So here's how you want to do that, right? I tried that, it doesn't work. What I thought worked, it didn't work. So what do you want to do? You want to go to here, wrap it, pick it up from the top, and then boom, look at this. You have a good line out of that room. You don't have to worry about going up here, having the camera flip on you, and then you have to sort of like aim it, and you could do that. You could go smack into the wall. Just go down here, pick it up from the top, and then leave. Try to do it as close to the top as possible to avoid losing time, but that makes that room super consistent, and it makes it super easy to get it the best line out. Same thing as there's a wiggle stick to skip text. You can mash. What he does in his video is he does like triples with his he does sort of like this. He sort of mashes with both of these. Personally, I don't like doing that, but it's an option. Wiggling the stick to skip text is also effective. Alright, here we're going to use search view more to get more optimal lines. Now normally when you do this, the camera will zoom right past you, but boom, look how I'm accelerating the camera. You have to time it, but then boom, look, now I can get a really good line on this, right? I just realized that I skipped way ahead. Don't do that. That's not what you're supposed to do there, but you get the general idea of going down these stairs. You can push the camera up, right? That's sort of the idea. That's the main thing, and this is very effective for the juice room and for the I think it's the right door, is it? Yeah, it's very effective for the juice pickup. It's very effective for when you're going out to see Eddie. You can get very clean lines by doing it like that. Here, what you're going to want to do is So he does this in this video. It's very intelligent. You walk up, hold walk, then do it like as far away as possible. Like I'll try to do it perfectly so you should have an idea. Like there. Notice how much space is between James and the door, but it still worked. That'll save you frames if you do that perfectly. This is still the same. It's pretty much what you want to do here. You know, it's the same as it was. You just walk in, do a hook sort of movement, you pick it up. Okay. This whole section is pretty much the same. There's nothing really dramatically different about this. You know, just try to have good lines, etc. Try to wiggle into this door. This is pretty much whatever. You can get bad cutscene RNG there. The cutscene takes forever to load and you lose frames. You probably lose like half a second actually. It can happen there, and it can also happen at when you at the Laura gate, when you put your hand over the gate for the key. Anyways, you go up to the clock room, and the clock room to get it consistent is you go down, hit this, move to the right a little bit, then down again. That's how you do it consistently. Move to the left. Now, here's some more like special sauce for you, right? He got frame -33, right? Which is very difficult to get unless you are the person who generated the seeds. So essentially you shouldn't really worry about that, but frame -33 does have a slightly faster clock. It's not significant. It's like, I think it's 9:53 and the one frame 33 is 9:55, so it's 2 minutes on whatever this time scale is faster, which isn't that significant. So frame 33, -33, don't really worry about it too much, but that is the frame that he got because he skipped the splash screens at the start of the game, so that's important to keep in mind. But this is pretty much the same. Alright, here's another optimization coming up. Do this normally, not like that, don't do it like that. You're gonna walk over here, you know, do this the same way. Just hold down right, don't think about it, just hold down right, then boom, like that. That's optimal. Optimization, this door, watch this, okay. Do this, hold mid left, like that, boom. Optimized, baby, that's what you like to see. That's what you like to see. If you're on normal, do that to flick the light. Why that works, I don't know, but it seems to work. If you watch this gameplay, it works. Do that, and pick the item up. This is pretty much all the same. These are all just very, very minor optimizations, at least for the apartments. Later on, it gets a little bit more significant with some of the route changes that are helpful. Do this. This is where the stair search view stuff really helps out. Is this part you can really save. You can get a way better line here. Okay, so you do this. Don't bonk, obviously. Search view, search view, search. Try to time it so your turns are still good, and then boom, you can get that line without having to deal with the camera completely moving past your character, which is quite good. Here, same thing. Wait for it to shift. Search view. Now you can wiggle that text. Wiggle down left because you use search view, so it changes it. Normally you would hold up left to that door. You do not do that anymore. That is obsolete. You just wiggle down left because, or wiggle slightly more to the left. You get the idea. Because we use search view before that door. Try to use search view before that door too. I didn't do it there, but you probably should. Search view, boom. This is the same as you stream. Nothing really changes here. You just do it. You would always would do it. Go through here, things like you normally would. Search view this if you want to. Search view this, search view this, search view that. Boom, I have the perfect line. Normally that was a lot harder to do. Okay, what you want to do there actually, I didn't represent that correctly. Search view this, hold up left. Boom, look at that. Beautiful, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Fucking optimized. Go over here. Do that, same way. This is pretty much the same, nothing really different here. If you're on normal, you can get a better frame on that, but we're not because we have auto aim, so yeah, auto aim kind of makes that part annoying. Do that, this is all the same. The apartments probably has the most significant like optimizations, so that's why I'm just going through the entire apartments. The next section only has one real significant, or two significant changes. Okay. Go, this is all the same. You can camera shift this to get the best, get a better position if you want. Camera shift that if you want. basically the main key thing is you want to really try to use search view a lot more to get optimize the lines and better. All right, search view, hold up, boom, look at that, keep holding up, don't let go of it, boom, through that door. Sometimes that can screw you over. I haven't figured that out yet actually. I think if you do that correctly, you should just wiggle down. I think I know what to do. I think you have to maybe like go through that entire process again because I kind of messed that up. All right, search view, hold up, sort of do that, hold this, then you should be good. Yeah, that was better. I think I apologize for this impromptu experimentation, but I need to see if this is consistent in the way I want to do it. It might not be though, because it's kind of weird. Search view, hold up, kind of dip it to the right slightly. Search view, down right. No, that does the opposite of what you want it to do. But this is the whole super gamer strategy, as I name it. You hold search view before certain doors. So I'll hold up after holding search view, dip to the right slightly, do up left. There we go, up left. That's what you want to do. Down, get 2 steps. It's 2 steps and then you're good. Wait for this. Boom. That was bad timing. 2 steps. Boom. You're out. 2 steps. 2 steps down. 2 steps back. 2 steps again. That's it. And you're out of there. And that's all the new sort of you can use search view again there, by the way, to push the camera up. And that's pretty much it for the optimizations of the apartments. You just you use a lot more of the search view and just try to get better lines. And yeah, search view, that is the key thing. Okay, so next is the key. The next, yeah, significance. Well, there's a few actually. I'll just play through this because it goes by rather quickly to show off the changes. So, or no, it doesn't. No, never mind. No, it doesn't. I was thinking of the wrong place. Okay, so using the mouse. Now I still need to practice this because I just started learning this today. So basically, I'll just try to show it off. Now here's a key thing. Earlier in the run, like I would say when you exit the first pyramid head room when he's raping the mannequin, what you want to do is when you're moving downwards to pick up the key, pause and then move it to the center. Now, what you can do is when you're starting the game and set in your seed, you can fucking try to move your mouse to the middle. But that's very difficult to do if you're going for 33. Now, obviously, if you're going for negative 33, you have a lot more time to work with because you skip the splash screen, so you can easily move it to the center. So since we don't really have that luxury, just pause the game at some point that's nice, go to the loading screen, set it to the center before this point, right before this part, and you go through. You do the first one as normal because you know it's in the center. Mash with the mouse as well. All right, here's where it gets complicated. So pause. Might be hard for people, might be easier, depends on your setup. I use one hand for this, so I pause. I use one hand on my controller. Inventory button, move the mouse slightly to the left on this screen so that you're on the right position. Get into a butterfly click. You're gonna want to unpause inventory, let go, and then try. I did it, okay. And then you want to move the mouse. I sort of did it out of order, but you get the idea. And then you try that again. Pause. Move the mouse slightly to the left. Pause. Boom. More to it depends where you are. Normally you'd be in the better position than that. And then move where you need to be. So like right there. Essentially, you're cutting out using the mouse while in the inventory. It's kind of complicated. That was a very sloppy way of demonstrating it, but that's sort of how you do it. It's kind of hard. It's probably the hardest new thing, I would say, in my opinion. But other than that, no, actually, there's one more thing. There's one more thing I can talk about. It's sort of a oh, not that way. We're not playing Board from a Wish. If you go up here, it's sort of a hyper optimized this version of this room. I'll try to do it in one go and see if I get it. You want to do it sort of like this. You go down right, down left, I meant. Boom, like that. No. Okay, so this is what it should look like. It's kind of hard to do. But you want to like flick to the right super fast. But then you want to wait a couple frames for him to be out of the camera, and then nope. If you do it wrong, that happens. This is pretty hard to get consistently, so let's try it. Like that. Notice how it instantly flicked right there, and then you hold down, pick it up, and you do it again. That was kind of bad. Like if you do this perfectly, he'll instantly be to the side. Basically, if you do this perfectly. Nope. Up. right like that. That was good. And then you just try to aim that as best as you can. You can't really camera flip very easily in that room without sacrificing the line. And yeah, that's it for there. So the next part that is like sort of optimized a little bit more is the Rosewater. There's two segments that are slightly better than what I was aware of. Two parts anyways of the, let me find, I think it's this one. The start of it, just the, yes, okay. So sort of hug this wall a bit. Try to get that as really fun. Hold down right. Boom, you're in the right position. Boom. Do this. Camera shift. Try to get the right line. Boom. Notice how that line was basically perfect. Right, you sort of want to flick that hold down, then camera shift to get that perfect line like that. This is all the same. There's pretty much no changes at this point. I mean, obviously he picks up the pipe because there's old strats, but that's fairly irrelevant. What was next? There was another thing he changed in Lakeview. That was okay, Heaven's Night, exiting Heaven's Night. So you go to the bowling alley. So he didn't really do the bowling alley room very well. So this is still faster what I'm gonna do here. So this is a change.
Find the lady you're looking for?
So that's faster. The only real thing he did that was faster was exiting Heaven's Night. Everything else, the previous video still is true. Try to have very strict lines here though. Use search view to get a very strict line on this part. That's one key thing about it. Just try to be as strict as possible. If you do it like that though, you'll get a bad line. You kind of have to just like think of it. You have to do it, time the search view correctly. Come up here, don't deviate anything, just go perfectly straight. Hug this wall, this is all the same. Hold, go for an up left. He didn't do this, this is different. Instant Excel, that's slightly faster. Go up. You can cut this corner like that is not how you should do that. Like you should be able to just like instantly go to the left like that. Try to hit that door as early as possible. Heaven's Night, what you want to do is hold up left, rotate down. You get that trajectory, and then do that. It's basically the same. There's only one more optimization here at the end, is to get a good hospital door. You will use search view. Right here, search view, hold up a left. Boom, look at that line. I went a little too up, but you get the idea, right? You're pretty much directly lined up with the door, and then that's it. Now there's one very significant thing in the hospital that is changed. That is, I believe, is to be faster. He does a route change, which is super smart, by the way. This is a very smart route change from him. Don't worry about switching. I just like having the pistol out here because this is more what I'm used to. Okay. So instead of picking up the shotgun first, don't do that. Pick up the key first. Right, I'll show. Don't do the shotgun. Do this. Go to this room first. Pick up the key, then pick up the shotgun, because you'll get a much better line to the shotgun room, and then you have a much faster exit as well. You'll see what I mean. Turn off your lights still. Do this. Look at this line. It's so much better, and you can get instantly in. And then this part is just kind of, you know, try pick that up as fast as you can. And then look at this. Turn your light off again. She's still out of the way, but you can instantly exit. That was kind of bad, but you get the idea. Instant exit like that. That's the only significant change. He obviously didn't use elevator skips or anything like that because that wasn't a thing then. But other than that, the hospital is the same. You run through it exactly the same way. What was the next thing? After this, it's Otherworld. Otherworld Straits, he doesn't do anything really different. It's the same. Prison. Yeah, there's one thing in the prison that's pretty smart that I'll bring up and mention. So you sort of see this in a Rhythmics run as well. But this is from 2019, so technically I guess you can't really say Rhythmic did this first. It was this guy, but not really the point. You know, this is all the same. He does weird light manipulations where he leaves his light on, which I find to be really strange, but I think that might be more of a normal mode thing. I still think these light manipulations I'm doing are better. Maybe not here though. Like he does this, then he flicks his light on and off like that. I haven't really figured that out yet, so and he does it again here. He like, flicks it on and off. Maybe that gives you a better advantage right there, but I think for this outer section you still want to have your light off. Now watch this. This is very smart what he does here. He goes into this room, and he pauses to get the best angle on that. So he gets more time because that room goes very quickly. If you pause, the IGT stops, and you can get a much better. You can get a significantly better pickup there. Way more consistent as well. That was very smart. I thought that was it's one of those things how did I not think to do that before? You know. Okay, elaborate. There's one big one here, the wire cutter. Right, this one's also big too. So when you're exiting the elevator, hold search view. Boom. Now you have a good camera angle on this. Right, stuff that is honestly super obvious. Just no one ever did it. You know, it's just kind of weird. I still recommend turning off your lights during these parts. He doesn't do it, but I think it's just normal mode stuff. I don't know. The enemy aggro is different for beginner, and personally, I think having your light off during these parts is really consistent. So this is the same. Nothing changes here. You do this. Okay, now the wire pickup is where things get different. And this is very smart. This is one of those things I tried to figure out how to do this, but I couldn't figure it out. This is how you do it. So normally the wire cutter's super annoying, very hard to do, but it's actually quite simple if you do it like this. So do it the same way where you hold it for half a second, wait until the camera shifts to the up position, hold camera shift, boom, get a quick exit like that. So you have to, the key thing about that is you have to wait until the camera, you can't just go off to the side. This is probably faster if you were perfect, but it's very hard to be perfectly consistent, right? So to get it perfectly consistent, if you wait for the camera shift like that, hold shake. You even have to hold search view. Let me see. Can you just do it like that? And just, you don't even have to hold search view actually. You can just basically you just want to get this angle by bonking this a little bit and then pick it up, and you get a super fast exit consistently. So this adds a lot of consistency to the thing. And if you do it perfectly, I'd imagine you don't lose very much time by bonking into it, right? If he does this, and I think it's a very like that. I didn't really lose much time there by just hitting it on the side. You want to try to be hitting it on the side just a bit so that you're not, that wouldn't be enough. Like that, and then boom, exit, super fast. If you do it the old way, it can go wrong a lot. There's a lot more risk involved with the old way, and you're most likely going to get a slow gate. Sometimes you can get a fast gate, but it just adds a layer of consistency to that. Is there anything else he did there in the labyrinth that I thought was good, new? I don't think so. I think everything else was surely the same. So nothing really too different after that. It's all basically the same. Lakeview, there's another actual route change that is, I believe, is faster. So I will describe it. It's very simple. It's just one simple change, and the result is beautiful. It's a very nice result too. So yeah, so this is all the same. Just pick up the music box or whatever out here. But you don't see Laura. Don't visit Laura. Do Lakeview skip first. That was bad, but you get the idea. Just go straight down. Do Lakeview skip first. That was a little too high, but I fixed it right there. Okay. Game's lagging a lot for some reason. But yeah, do Lakeview skip first. Don't visit Laura yet. You'll see why. I don't know why the game's lagging so much. Holy shit, this lag, okay. This is all the same. Nothing else really changes at this section. It's just, you do the same shit. The main thing is you do Lakeview skip first. Then you go down here. You use the 3 on your keyboard to hyper switch. Whatever, this is all normal. Trying to pick that up. That was super sloppy, but neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. You go through here. Do all this the same. Start quick saving. Get into this. Back up. Blah blah blah. He does this differently, but I don't think the way he does it is. I don't think it matters. He does it the other way around, but I don't think that's significant. You can do it the other way around if you want. Where you pick up the thing first and then the thing. It doesn't matter. I do it that way. I don't think the time is affected by it too much. But I don't know, I could be wrong. So anyways, this is all the same. The main aspect is coming up after this room. So try to do this, realign if you have to, that it's off. It wasn't. This next room. Not this room, but the next room actually. The one after you insert the light bulb. The noticeable change. This annoying ass enemy is no longer there. So you can easily get the best line. And then you're taking less, like your movement is less for this part as well, I believe. So I believe you save time there as well. So it's not just that you save time. Don't move during here, like I said in the old video. To get instant acceleration, just stand still. Wait, move. Then you go up and use the briefcase. So don't go down there. Then you do this. All in all, I believe that is faster. It feels faster, and you don't have to deal with that annoying ass enemy after the light bulb. This is all the same. I was too early right there, and that was just bad. But is there anything else he does in Lakeview that's different? That's notable. I think at that point it's just the same. And that's the main change. I'm trying to think if there's anything different. The ending. Now I can't properly do the ending yet because I haven't practiced it, but you have to switch to the keyboard, right? It's still 2D controls. Do I even have a good save for this? I hope I do. Might have to pause the video for a second. Think of this one. So I can't properly demonstrate this, so that's why I'm going to link his video in the description. I'm going to upload it as an unlisted video because I feel like I can get I feel like I can get deleted from it. I don't trust archive.org because apparently there's another run that's super good that got deleted. So I'm just going to upload it as an unlisted video. You can watch it in the description. Do this, click save. Do that so you get instant. So I already knew it. We already told you about that though. I have a better save than this for the ending. I know I do. Where is it at? I can't really describe this yet. I might have to make this a separate video whenever I actually learn how to do this. But hold down on the keys. I'm doing the arrow keys. So you're switching the keyboard at this point.
What do you want,
you would have buffered the shotgun, but I already have the shotgun out on this save.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home.
So like, I'm gonna epically fail at this because I haven't practiced it yet. But I recommend watching his ending, and you can sort of see how he does it. You want to hold like down right for a second, then right, and then down right, and you hold tab once to get search view, right, tab. I'm sort of getting it. Down right, hold right, tab, down right for a second. Notice how it's like significantly more consistent this way, right? Like you don't, that was kind of sloppy, but like if you were to perfect this, you can get it perfectly like nearly every time. And then you do like a down, and you do like down left at this, and you have to press search view like once every time. And then you go, that was bad, but like watch his video, and then boom, switch the controller again, step up once, 2 shots, dead. And that's it. So those are essentially all the optimizations from the archive video. No, it's not. I completely forgot about the briefcase. Let me talk about that. Thankfully, I made a save for that. I believe it should be this one. So the briefcase. You know, back in the olden days, how they used to do this was they would skip the paint thinner, and they would go through every single selection of text, which looked really cool. It's a very cool old strat. It's no longer really needed anymore because we have RNG manipulation, but basically there's still a principle from it that's effective. So what you want to do is, normally if you were to do the optimal way, you would have your mouse pre-positioned here from the elevator, so you have it pre-aimed, and you would activate this. You want to use your mouse and your action button at the same time to get a super fast scroll. Notice how, like, look how fast I can get this to scroll if I use the mouse and the action button at the same time. And then you want to like line it up. It's kind of, it takes a bit of skill to like get it perfect, but you can get super fast briefcase if you practice that. And if there's anything else I missed, no, I think that's it. I'll probably make an updated video once I figure out definitively how to do the ending with the keyboard consistently every time, because I need to practice that. I just started practicing it today, so I'll probably make another video when that aspect of it is done. But Yeah, that's right. All the time saves in that archive run demonstrated here, I believe. I might have missed a few. I don't think so though. This other world wasn't very good. Oh, it was fine, but you know, he kind of fucked up the wrench, and it was just sort of normal. He didn't really do anything different. His walk to Silent Hill was good, but it wasn't up like it wasn't the newer strats. Like the other video is still more relevant there. So I think I covered up like all the holes that I missed, and some of those route changes, like the hospital and the Lakeview, that's very like untested. It just sort of feels faster, and there's like very obvious like reasonings as to why it would be faster just based on doing it. You know what I mean? Like at Lakeview, that enemy doesn't spawn in, and at the hotel, at the hospital, like you get a much better line into the room, and it's a much quicker exit. So it just feels like it would be faster. But yeah, I think with all this stuff combined, a 37.2x is probably possible if it were to be like a perfect run. But yeah, that's it. Peace out.